Welcome to the Morning Routine, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Yes, it is Wednesday, and I'm in my home office. Well, scheduling just kind of messed up last week, but that's okay, because we keep cruising on. What are we talking about this week? Not that. We are talking about social media, and the good and the bad. Mostly the good, because Monday was the positive things of social media. It's what you make it. And Tuesday was music. Yesterday was really action-packed, loaded with good music, sort of. Rocker Bob's contribution was good. Better than we all thought. But anyway. Hashtag Metallica separate ways. Yes, get that going. So in your posts, you can post to them. You can send them messages, whatever you want to do. In all your posts, hashtag Metallica separate ways. Metallica playing... covering Journey's Separate Ways, Worlds Apart is the other name for it. So it is Wednesday. We're going to talk about some social media do's and don'ts when it comes to employment. Now, what inspired me this week for social media was an article I read. An article I came across about a young woman, or middle, 20s, 30s, whatever. She got a job at I'm going to paraphrase the article, because I did read it. A lot of times I just read the headlines, but I did read this article, so I was very curious. She got fired from her job for posting on social media. Ooh, that sounds terrible. And it can be, and in some cases it is. But remember, social media is what you make it, and when you are trying to get a job, you need to be mindful of your social media. When you are employed, you need to be mindful of your social media. It's a public space. I'm not going to run out into the street and tell all the dirty secrets about Clayton. He doesn't have any. He's a very boring guy. But if he did, I would not run out into a public place where there's lots of people and start telling everybody stories about Clayton. Whether they were true or not, that would be wildly inappropriate to go into a public place, a mall, street corner, busy bus stop, a place of business, his or otherwise, and start talking about Clayton. The good, the bad, the ugly, I wouldn't do that. So I wouldn't do that to someone else on my social media. That would be inappropriate. Clayton, as I know it, about himself, and all of you, I'm assuming, are the same. You would not go running out into a busy bus stop, or a busy mall, or a busy restaurant, or a busy street corner, and just start telling everybody about your life. You're probably not going to do that. I was out camping this weekend. It was so awesome. You should have seen. We were right on the river, blah, 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 blah. You're not going to do that. Now, on social media, I might do that. Yeah, I might post some pictures about my camping trip on my social media, because my social media is mostly curated of my friends and my family and people that I know that I camp, and, hey, want to share a little bit about what's going on in my life. Totally cool on social media. Not so cool on the street corner. The other thing that's not so cool on the street corner is bragging or telling people kind of false stories, things like that. Not cool on the street corner. But I digress a little bit here because I'm getting off the topic of why this article meant something to me about the lady that got fired for posting on social media. She broke the social contract. What is the social contract? Well, when you're employed, you don't talk about your salary. Lesson to everybody, okay? If you get paid, be thankful you get paid. It's not okay in your place of business, outside your place of business, to really talk about what you get paid. Is it really harmful? Well, no, not necessarily. Is it that big of a deal on the greater scheme of thing? No, probably not. But feelings are involved, right? I've been working at a company for 10 years. I've got 2 raises in those 10 years. Somebody gets hired, younger than me, maybe smarter than me, probably not as good as looking as me, but they're here for 6 months and they got 2 raises in that 6 months. How's that going to make me feel? I was better off not knowing that person got 2 raises in 6 months. Whether they deserved it or not, I don't need to know that information. I was better without it. And if I'm the person that got the 2 raises, I really shouldn't be bragging about it, because I'm not considering the other person's feelings. This is what the young lady did. So she went to work for a company she really wanted to work for. Great, fine, wonderful. And she did really good work. And she got a really big raise not long after starting there. She went straight home to TikTok, got on TikTok, and bragged about how cool it was to get this big raise. What she didn't consider was, well, that's not really fair to brag about how cool it's going for you at this company when maybe it's different for other folks. You didn't consider everybody else's feelings. Now, do we always have to run around considering everybody's feelings? It depends. You need to think about it, right? There's a little bit of a social contract. Now, can you get fired for talking about your salary? No, not really. I mean, you can. California's an at-will state. But the bigger point here from the company standpoint was, wow, if you're willing to throw everybody under the bus and brag about yourself and kind of private information on TikTok, what else are you going to share about the company? How else are you going to behave on TikTok? How much do we trust you and your use of social media? Can we trust that you will be private about our company? Big question. Let's check in with Zach. Let's go back in the past while we ponder that right here.
Hey, everybody, this is Zach speaking, and it is Wednesday. We're moving halfway through the week, and this is great. It's great stuff. It's August 3rd, and we're going to go back in the bearded past with Zach. We're going to do a little sports history today. I don't have my partner here with me, as you can see. Maybe down the Navy next time. But today, 1963, the Pittsburgh Steelers defeat the Toronto Argonauts. Those of you who don't know the Toronto Argonauts, they are a Canadian football league team. In Canada, they run their own football league, their own rules, their their field sizes are different, and it's a different style of football. But from a football fan's point, I like it. It's a good game. Well, back early in sports, sometimes the NFL and the CFL would play against each other. So in this exhibition game in Toronto, the Pittsburgh Steelers won 43-16. Also, too, 1961, a little shout out to my Pittsburgh Pirates. Yeah, rout the St. Louis Cardinals, 19-0. The largest lopsided shutout in the National League history. That's my guys, Buccos, the Berg. Yeah. So hey guys, I hope you enjoyed. Get out and maybe go for a jog. Make sure it's cool first. And have a great rest of your Wednesday. Bye now.
All right, nice job. Always cool to go back in the past with Zach. He's been doing a great job forever on that. But here we are with the big conundrum. Can we trust you in your social media? That is ultimately why they terminated her from her employment with the company, was because they said they were not sure how she would handle future private or possibly sensitive information regarding the company. Fair enough. So, here's the lesson, young ones and not so young ones, but folks that are about to go out into the big fun world of independent employment. You need to be mindful of your social media, not just for your own health, because if you look at too much negative stuff, it's going to make you negative, and you don't want to do that. If you look at a lot of positive stuff, it's going to make you more positive. You want to do that. But if your social media, so back up, employment, you're trying to get a job. It is our job as employers to really understand, who are we hiring? Who is it? Not just, can you do the job? We can train anybody to do just about any job out there. The training is not the hard part. Who am I hiring? What kind of person are they? Are they friendly? Are they fun? Are they, enjoyable to be around? Do they cause drama? Do they start fights? Do they, are they, I don't know. Do they fit in with the team? Are they a good fit for the team? These are important things. And you know what? Social media, you should keep it locked down and relatively private, entirely up to the individual. But if you don't, you need to be mindful of how others may view you on social media. This is very important. Employers have 100% right to search social media for your profiles on any social media platform. In fact, if I just type in someone's name, my own name on Google, clickety-clickety-click, Google, Carl Wood, you come up with a bit too much information. More information than I would like to have, but you know what? If someone really wants it, you can find it. Point is, if you look at my social media, you're not going to see a ton. Really, a guy that likes to travel, yeah, I'll go into an interview and I'll tell you, hey, I like to travel. I like to go to Disneyland. You'll see Disneyland pictures. I like to go camping. You'll see camping pictures. I love the mountains. You'll see the mountains. I love the ocean. You'll see the ocean. I love Metallica. You'll see Metallica stuff. You'll see all kinds of, you'll see some funny memes on occasion that are Star Wars related or movie related. Yep, like movies. Music, you'll see music stuff. Everything that I would talk about in an interview, you will find on my social media. So there's really, what you see is what you get. Whether it's my Instagram, my Facebook, whatever. What you see is what you get. So the question is, what does your social media look like? Let's check in with Gabrielle on the National Day right here.
Good morning, everybody. It's, you know it, you're out there, you say it. It's, I can't hear you. It's hump day. Yes, indeed. It's Wednesday. It's National Watermelon Day. Ooh, big, juicy piece of watermelon. You know, it used to be when you wanted to get a watermelon and it said seedless on it. Ooh, that was something special because it wasn't a big thing when I was growing up. All the watermelons had black seeds in them. Of course, when you're a kid, you put them in your mouth and then you spit them out so you could spit them the farthest. My brother always used to dribble it out. He wasn't very good at it. Well, we're all not good at everything. But now, you never hardly even see a watermelon that has seeds. Even the seedless watermelons do kind of have little seeds in them. They're little white ones, but they're not the big black seeds anymore. But a juicy piece. Ugh. I love to cut the watermelon. I get it home and I cut it and I put it in a big bowl. And then after a while, because it's heavy and it weights on it, you've got all this watermelon juice underneath it. Oh, and I love to pour it in a cup over ice and drink it. It's watermelon juice. It's so delicious. Oh, man. I can taste it now. Yeah. Picking a watermelon. People always ask me, how do you pick a watermelon? Well, you pick it up and put it in the shopping cart, personally, but, you see people holding it and they're hitting on it like they're waiting for a drum song to come on or something. Oh, you think this is a good one? I don't know. Why are you hitting it? It's going to talk back to you? I've never had one talk back to me. My way of picking a watermelon, and this is what my grandfather taught me years ago. You want to buy the watermelon that's flat on one side and yellow. That means it's been sitting there for quite a while and it's all nice and ripe and juicy. If it doesn't have the yellow bottom and it's not a little flat on one side, don't buy it. Let me tell you, that's the way I've been buying my watermelons my entire life, and I've never had one bad watermelon. They've always been sweet and juicy. Don't hit that watermelon, just look for a flat side that's yellow and pick it up and take it home and cut it and see if it's a nice juicy one. Let me know on National Watermelon Day.
All right, very good. She's been doing that forever too, along with Zach, two of the OGs when it comes to putting stuff into the videos. Now, social media. I know I'm drilling hard on this one, but it's important when it comes to employment. A lot of you guys out there looking for employment, and I'll tell you, they look at your social media. They do. Employers look at your social media, and if they see a bunch of negative, angry, whatever stuff that just doesn't say, well, doesn't really fit in with the environment we have here. If you got a bunch of race car stuff or something like that, no big deal. If you're really football, you're going to see some football stuff on mine. You're not going to see any soccer, and you're not going to see any baseball. You're going to see a bunch of football. And someone could say, you know what? An employer can say, Football, man. People that like football they're just not going to fit with our team. Our team, everybody loves baseball. We're just a big baseball family here at this company. And we don't follow football. And is this guy is he going to be happy here? And I'll be the first to tell you, no, I'm not going to be happy at a place that only celebrates baseball. I'll be very sad. So I don't want to do that, and they don't want to do that. So think about your social media. Review your social media. Do an internal audit of your own social media. Scroll through your past. What have you shared? What have you liked? What have you posted? What is it? And tell me what the theme is. Positivity? And negativity? Funny? Sports? Political? It's like, what is it? Scroll through your social media. Check it out. Make sure that it's in line with who you are as a person, who you want to be, and who you want your employers to believe you are. Right? All right. Now, because we're talking about employers, let's see what kind of jobs Ray found for us out there. Let's check it out. Boom! Jobs just for you guys. There's so many out there right now. That door is closing. I know I've been saying it for a while, and, well, things didn't really work out. Last summer I thought, donezo by fall. Look what happened. Wide open jobs. But the powers that be are beyond anybody's scope right now. So, the job door is going to close, sadly, sooner than later. It's going to become much harder to get a job. Easier to maintain a job than it will be to get a job in the near future, okay, depending upon the industry. So check out those jobs. We know what to do. Hashtag Metallica, separate ways. Beyond that, email Zach Weiss, zweiss at vci.org. If you're interested in any of those jobs, just go talk to the guy. He's so happy to talk to you guys about employment. He and Joe have been working pretty hard about squirreling away some new gigs that are out there, and some of the current ones and places to fill. So if you're interested, Zach's your man. That's your starting place. You can always talk to Joe or Janai or anybody else in the building. We're all here to help for that reason. But first, do that audit of your social media. Make sure it's clean and make sure it's in line with who you are as a person, who you want to be, who you want to represent yourself as. Check that out. Otherwise, it is Wednesday. We got 1 o'clock, Facebook Live, employment with the Zach Weiss, the bearded man that takes us back in the past. He's going to hopefully talk about some more social media stuff for you. So you clean that up, look real good, make it a part of your selling point. I'm going to add a couple minutes here. I'm sorry. Make it a part of your selling point. Absolutely. This is a great strategy. They're going to look at your social media. You can even bring it up during an interview. Hey, I support these other causes on my Facebook page. I'm constantly posting about this kind of thing or that kind of thing. I'm super pumped up about, this and that. And if they go to your social media and they say, hey, that guy, he exactly said exactly what was going to be on his page. Good for him. And wow, he's really into it. Or she's super motivated and pumped up about this one thing. I love it. Hey, let's hire that person because they got great character. It can and will work if you work it. There's a saying that goes along those lines, and I don't remember what it is. It works if you work it, so work it. That's what it is. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll see Zach at 1 o'clock. Beyond that, it's going to be an awesome rest of your day. For the morning routine and everybody else, hashtag Metallica separate ways.